Hey YouTubers, today we're going to be replacing the pads and rotors on my 2009 Honda Civic. First step, let's take this wheel off. Grab your 19mm socket. Remove your wheel and set it aside. Okay, here we've got a rotor. It's pretty grooved up. It's a good indication you need another one. First thing, we're going to take the caliper off. We've got two bolts that hold the caliper on. One's right here on top and the other one's right down here on the bottom. Okay, here's a better view of the bolts we're going to need to take off to remove the caliper. Here's one right here, and there's another one down on the bottom, just like it. Okay, to remove these bolts, you're going to need a 17mm wrench. Okay, now we're ready to take the caliper off of the rotor. It's a good idea if you have a piece of wire or maybe an old hanger. You can use this to hang the caliper from the spring so you can get access to the rotor. This thing just pulls right off. We've got the caliper right here. We need to take this assembly apart so we can change the clips and also replace the pads. It's a lot easier to replace the pads when this assembly is taken apart. Okay. Now, next thing we got to do is compress this piston here in the caliper. We need to do this so we can fit the new pads over the new rotor. They're much thicker because they're new, and without compressing this piston, you're never going to get the caliper back over to the rotor. Grab one of your old pads and grab a big C clamp. We're going to use this to compress this piston. You're going to want to compress it pretty much all the way. So when you buy new brake pads, you should get these clips here that come along with them, and hopefully your brake pad kit will come with some brake lubricant. So first thing, go ahead and pop these things out. Grab your new clips, and they should pop right back in. Make sure when you take the old ones off you remember how they clip in, which way they're oriented, so you make sure you get the new ones in the right way. Okay, grab your new brake pads, grab some brake lubricant, and you're going to want to cover this back plate. Now we're ready to install the new pads into the caliper. Alright, now that we have the new pads installed, we are going to put this assembly back together. Okay, now we're ready to install the new rotor. It's a good idea when you're installing these is to make sure that you wipe it down with a little bit of alcohol to make sure that there's no residue or anything on the rotor before you install the rest of your brake system. Wipe it down with some alcohol, both sides. Reinstall your caliper over your new rotor. Okay, with your 17mm wrench, tighten your caliper nuts according to the manufacturer's spec. You can find that in the service manual. Alright guys, that's it. We've got new rotors and new pads. Everything's done. We're going to put the wheel on. Thanks for watching guys. Don't forget to subscribe.